What up, everybody? So, as you saw, we had the competition. I didn't really plan on signing up for this meet. I signed up 6 weeks out. I was gonna wait till October to do one, but last meet sucked. I needed to get that bad taste out of my mouth, so that's what I did. And probably my last meet as a junior. I turned 24 in January, so very happy to cap out my junior powerlifting career on a high note, and it went good. So let's get into it. So for squats, came in, warm up room was kind of like fast paced, and rules meeting started a little later, which then pushed back the first flight, and then there's only two flights, and then my flight got pushed back. So I hit my last warm up 457, uh, like 3 minutes out from my opener, and it felt like crap. So I was like really nervous going into the squats because my lat had already been hurting really bad for a few months now, so I haven't been able to like train squats that much. So that was I knew squat was lagging behind coming in. So I came in, hit the 507 opener, moved really good. Um, Surprisingly, came in to the second attempt, hit 540. That was kind of like my ballpark area where I wanted. I wanted to be between 534 and 545, obviously depending on how I feel. And then decided to just shoot for the stars and tie my PR despite barely being able to squat leading up to this meet. I knew it was risky, but sometimes on it, hey, it's not a Brandon Barfeld meet without a third squat that's a grinder. So I was trying to figure out how to word that shit without I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so came into that shit just fired up, and it was like it's weird in the back of my mind. Like I knew I was gonna get it, but I knew I was gonna have to fight like hell to get it. So I said, "Fuck it, let's roll." And man, I just remember like I didn't really feel the weight on my back. It was just like all adrenaline. But when when I got to the bottom and I came out of the hole like 2 inches or so, and I just literally could feel the weight just stick, and I was like, oh shit, I don't feel myself going up, but I'm not going down, so fuck it, let's keep pushing. So I kept pushing, and then I got it up, tied my PR. So I was like, hey, happy with that. But like I said, with there being two flights, I was extremely just gassed. There wasn't a lot of rest time, So um, coming in a bench, I was like hella fatigued. So hit my opener with 347, smoked it, nothing special. Went to 369. That was my previous competition PR is 363, so chipped that on the second. And yeah, the plan was to go to 380. I had done 385 the week before in training with commands and everything, but that wasn't before doing a grinder squat like that. So um, still thought I'd be able to get to 380, but a little disappointed that I didn't get it. The previous meet, I got called for my butt coming up, and I was just like terrified of it happening again. And when I look back at the 380, I just didn't leg drive hard enough. I barely applied any force into the ground at all. A lot of times you see guys really leg driving; their legs are shaking throughout the entire movement. Like my legs barely moved. I kind of knew it. I got off the bench, and it was one of those like benches where you're like, "Oh fuck, man! I wish I had another chance at that. Like I can hit that." And it is what it is. You live, and you learn from it. So, um, but yeah, it was a combination of just like not committing and I was hesitant from with the leg drive and the butt coming up, and on top of just being like really gassed out after that squat, I went and laid down in the back. I was like gassed. Finally got some carbs in me, but yeah, it was not too pretty. So yeah, I was pretty beat up after that, but I went in the deadlift with the positive mindset of like, hey, the meet's not over yet. Let's see what we can do. Um, so opened with 534, smoked it, went up to 573. That actually secured me 1504. So finally broke into the 1500 club at that point. So at that point, I was like, hey, let's throw it on there. What we got to lose? The most I had done in training was 584. I hit that in my garage, and my grip held on. So I was like, hey, we're doing good. I started using those Captains of Crush grippers to train my grip. I don't do the reps, I just do the holds. Um, and I think it helped because if you look at my meet from December, I dropped 578 on my third attempt. And I was like, I don't ever want to drop a deadlift at a meet again. I don't ever, that was the worst feeling ever. So I worked hard at that. We got to choose our song for our third deadlifts, so I thought that was pretty cool by the meet. My music hit, and I just like blacked out, dude. I flipped a switch. This one guy held my ammonia bottle for me. Boom, hit the ammonia. I chalked my hands, and then I trained my whole deadlift setup to where I literally just walk up and I pull the bar. Reason being is like if you have good instincts, you're gonna save energy because you don't have to spend time worrying, thinking, second guessing yourself. You don't want any hesitation because that's what happened with bench, with the leg drive, and I failed. Whereas deadlift, everything was so dialed in. I told myself just go lift, because it was ingrained in my system. Like I trained that way. So I walked up and I pulled it. I mean the I wasn't really like taking it all in or like thinking about this. Like, nah, I walked up and I pulled that shit because I didn't want to psych myself out. And so when I did that, it was the best feeling ever because I've never went 3 for 3 on deadlifts out of meet. Just never done that before. It's always been one meet. It was I ramped it. Actually, that was 2 meets in a row. And then one meet, I had soft knees that lock out. Last meet, my grip went. I'm like, can I just like deadlift? Like, or like, what do I got? I mean, yeah, I genuinely like was concerned about if I could even deadlift, like in a meet. Can I trust myself to pull a good third deadlift ever? And man, I busted my ass. And I think being injured, for squat kind of helped with that because it really allowed me to put more focus and attention towards my deadlift. Hence why the gains were a lot more. That was a 38-pound competition PR, and I went back and I cried for like 5 minutes. And I used to always like wonder like why people like do that after a big accomplishment because I knew they were happy, but I was like, are they like faking it? No, I mean, when I tell you, I don't remember the last time I cried before that. This has been a long time, like years. We're talking years, and I just bawled my eyes out, man. I couldn't help it. It just all came out. I couldn't stop it. I didn't want to stop it either, man. I took in the moment and just let it all in, and it was the best feeling ever. I'll never forget that feeling. And my girlfriend came back there and hugged me. I'm just sobbing, like sobbing in her arms and shit. It kind of felt emasculating at first, but I was like, man, you know what? This is a special moment, so I'll just take all this in and just enjoy it. Like these moments, you'll remember for the rest of your life. You'll tell your kids, your grandkids about them. Like, so this is special. And so I went I went 8 for 9. I've never done that before. Got 1532 on my total. Um, so I added 66 pounds because my previous total was 1466. So to hit 1532, that was awesome, off of a 6 week prep. So super excited about that. And I'm excited to get back to work. I'm probably going to do a deadlift transformation video, kind of like I do with my bench. And then I might do something like a day of eating since I've already done the grocery vlog, and just to give you guys more variety and maybe even post some off season stuff. Now that I train in my garage a lot more, it'd be easier to record. So but yeah, thank you guys for watching. It was a really fun meet. Shout out to G&D Strength Society. Check them out if you're in the Chicago area. Really nice people, great gym environment. I had a hell of a time there, and hopefully I can make my way back there at some point to get a workout in. Maybe do a meet there again. I'm not quite sure yet. I like to like go to different places and I'm just I don't know how long I'm going to do like powerlifting, so it's always nice to just try different